Cool Machine, a novel, the Harlem Trilogy Book 3, by Colson Whitehead. Print length, 355 pages. Publication date, July 21st, 2026. 1981. New York City is beginning to emerge from financial ruin and decline, energized by rampant real estate development and a Wall Street unchained by Reagan-era predatory capitalism. Up in Harlem, successful business owner/master fence Ray Carney has just been named Sterling Furniture's Dealer of the Month. When the banks won't give his beloved wife Elizabeth a loan for her new travel agency, however, Carney gambles on one last heist and finds himself entangled with a legendary criminal mastermind. 1983. To some, Carney's friend and partner in crime, Pepper, is a stone-cold sociopath. To others, a top thief with questionable people skills. Either way, he's feeling his age in his troubled gut and his aching bones. When he takes on a bodyguard gig as a favor to Elizabeth, he's plunged into the alien territory of the East Village art and club scene. Luckily for him, whether you're uptown or down, everyone speaks the same language of violence. Pepper is a native speaker. 1986. Carney has always been haunted by his inability to save his cousin Freddie. Now, 20 years after Freddie's death, he has a chance to rescue Freddie's son from the violent forces of the city. But coming out of retirement and teaming up with Pepper again will mean risking the safety and security he's spent decades building for his family, with only one shot to get it right. With his usual pitch-perfect prose, Whitehead paints a portrait of a city in transition, where shimmering skyscrapers rise to the heavens as displaced people huddle in abandoned tunnels below. In a dazzling display of protean imagination, Cool Machine roves all over the city, from windows on the world to the Meadowlands, to show that in New York and in the lives of Whitehead's vivid characters, it's what's below the surface that reveals the truth. The Intrigue, by Silvia Moreno-Garcia. Print length, 325 pages. Publication date, July 14th, 2026. Handsome con artist Ulises has long charmed lonely women via letters in order to steal their money, but money is hard to come by in 1940s Mexico. Ulises knows his looks won't last forever, and he's desperate to get his hands on a real fortune. He thinks he's found it when he captivates his newest correspondent, Perla, the owner of a small-town boarding house in picturesque Veracruz. But when he meets her, he finds something he didn't expect. The woman has a niece, Inés, who is as observant as she is desperate to escape her aunt's household. When Inés discovers Ulises' true intentions, she wants in on the scheme. They'll convince her aunt that Ulises is a great catch. Perla will marry him, and her money will vanish. Easy, fast, and clean. But Perla is not the desperate, silly spinster Ulises imagines. She harbors secrets. And although Ulises does not believe in true romance, Inés is more alluring than he bargained for. Suddenly, a simple plan may become perilously complicated. Venture into the streets of a small town where a patina of convention and good manners conceals a cauldron of avarice and lust. Catch the Devil, a true story of murder, deception, and injustice on the Gulf Coast. By Pamela Colloff. Print length, 304 pages. Publication date, July 14th, 2026. For more than 3 decades, Paul Skalnick roamed the Gulf Coast lying about who he was. He passed himself off as a fighter pilot, a high-rolling oil man, a criminal defense attorney, an undercover agent, and a terminal cancer patient. In these guises, he married 9 women, some at the same time. When Skalnick got caught, as he invariably did, he would run a different con. Locked up with other men awaiting trial, he claimed they confessed their crimes to him. Then he peddled those stories to prosecutors. In Pinellas County, Florida, he became a frequent witness for the state, thinking nothing of exaggerating men's wrongdoing or implicating the innocent to help prosecutors win convictions. In return, the state rewarded him with his freedom, fueling his growing sense of invincibility. Soon he was not just committing fraud, he was preying on girls in their teens or barely into adolescence. In 1985, Jim Daly, a down-on-his-luck Vietnam veteran, was implicated in the murder of a 14-year-old girl and landed in the Pinellas County Jail with Skalnick. No forensic evidence or motive linked Daly to the killing, but Skalnick's account of his confession helped put Daly on death row. Skalnick, meanwhile, walked free. More than 3 decades later, after another man took responsibility for the killing, Pamela Colloff, reporting for the New York Times Magazine and ProPublica, visited Skalnick and asked him if he would recant his testimony. He refused. By then, Skalnick had caused untold damage to the women and girls he exploited, to the dozens of men he helped imprison, and to Jim Daly, who went on to receive an execution date. In this mesmerizing debut, Pamela Colloff spins a dark tale of a remorseless and brilliant liar made lethal by a system more concerned with winning convictions than finding the truth. Main Characters, a novel. By Bobby Palmer. Print length, 410 pages. Publication date, June 30th, 2026. When Clara and Seb first cross paths in a London square, it's the start of something exciting. Clara, an aspiring director stuck in an entry-level job, itches to pick up a camera. Seb, having floated between music, modeling, and now acting, struggles to find purpose in his work. Yet as random chance brings the two back together, time and time again, neither could predict that their magnetic connection is set to change their lives. But everyone else does. The spark between Clara and Seb is exactly what falling in love should look like: exhilarating, passionate, undeniable. The two become a whirlwind, their relationship enthralling everyone they come across. But as the years go on and tensions flare, a last-ditch attempt to save their great romance ends with a gut-wrenching betrayal. Set over the course of 2 decades, Clara and Seb's love story is bigger than just themselves. Told from the eyes of their audience, friends and flatmates, rivals and lovers, strangers and confidants, Main Characters is a sweeping portrait of all sides of Clara and Seb. Everyone has their version of events, but only the main characters can decide how it ends. Make Nice, a novel. By Ryan Effgen. Print length, 320 pages. Publication date, July 14th, 2026. When the Pickford siblings arrive at the Grand Hotel, a nostalgic tourist paradise of horse-drawn carriages, muddled cocktails, and white sweaters on the tennis court, they have every intention of spending the long weekend making nice. Pete, the nation's foremost expert on gastropods mollusks, is keen to wade around the lake in search of a rare and exciting Carthusian snail. Viv, reeling from the secret revelation that her husband is gay, is determined to put on a brave face for her daughter. And Corey, a charming, handsome grifter, has lucked into 5 pounds of cocaine he plans to sell to the first dumb rich guy he can find. But when Pete falls for the alluring mother of a local kid, when Viv's daughter gets up to teenage trouble, and when Corey finds the wealthy guests less interested in party drugs than golf clubs and waffle cones, the long weekend of family bonding veers into disaster. Why did their father bring them to this cushy island resort in the first place? And why does Corey, the biggest screw-up of them all, seem to be the only one who knows the truth? As secrets spill, old flames are fanned, and an innocent snail is crushed beneath the unrelenting heel of a hiking boot. In a story that is as sneakily wise as it is absurdly funny, Ryan Effgen's debut shows how sometimes the people who bring out your worst, your family, can also be the ones to bring you out of your shell. The Mortons, a novel. By Justine Larbalestier and Scott Westerfeld. Print length, 458 pages. Publication date, July 21st, 2026. Meet the Mortons. In this family, murder is currency and business is booming. The Mortons are a modern-day, old-money dynasty with impeccable taste, from their exquisitely crafted cocktails to their expertly tailored vintage garments. They are also stone-cold killers. For the Mortons, homicide is heritage. They, along with the other crime families, send their progeny to Hellshire College, where legacy students learn to exercise control over their wealthy peers. Jessica Morton has always excelled at Hellshire, secure in the knowledge that she is the prodigy of her generation. Now, having committed her first kill, it should be Jessica's moment, her honor. But that kill will cut more ways than one, unknotting a series of revelations spanning the Mortons country estate, the New York City art world, and Hellshire itself. Sharp and hypnotic, The Mortons is an epic novel of alliances and power, loyalty and kinship, and the consequences of ruthless ambition. The Shampoo Effect, a novel. By Jenny Jackson. Print length, 347 pages. Publication date, June 30th, 2026. When Caroline Lash arrives in Greenhead, Massachusetts, she falls head over heels for Van Whitaker, a fleece-wearing, litter-collecting kayak enthusiast with long, floppy hair and the personality of a border collie. Born and raised in this picturesque coastal village, Van runs with the same crowd he did as a kid. His ex-girlfriend, Bailey, a beautiful girl who attracts men like moths to a flame, Augusta, old money, horsey and snobbish, and Fran, surrounded by brothers and sons, too fed up with boys to ever consider marrying one. Together, the group runs wild through the marshes, beaches, and bars of Greenhead, drinking on houseboats, spending long afternoons sunbathing with their children, and playing games the way they always have. But when Bailey discovers that she is pregnant with Van's baby, the delicate balance of the group's friendship is thrown off. Soon Caroline is cast out of the circle, and what she does next, in a potent mix of fury and heartbreak, exposes long-held secrets and works the entire town of Greenhead into a lather. Dazzlingly funny, sexy, and as juicy as it is astute, The Shampoo Effect is a story of late-night parties, early mornings with small children, the dawn of midlife, and a group of old friends finally growing up despite all their best efforts to the contrary. Should the Waters Take Us, a novel. By Stephanie Soileau. Print length, 320 pages. Publication date, July 14th, 2026. In the shifting bayous of coastal Louisiana, on a rapidly disappearing spit of land, generations of Acadians have kept their heads above water any way they can. When an offshore rig explodes and unleashes a catastrophic spill, the people of Pellerin Parish face a reckoning that tests the bonds of family and the survival of their way of life. As the toxic plume of oil advances across the Gulf, Boy Broussard, already living hand to mouth off another man's land, finds himself raising a daughter he barely knows. His dying aunt, Rosa Terrebonne, tries to right the misdeeds of the past, yet finds herself thwarted by her husband, Jacket, a retired landman for Big Oil who refuses to give up claim to the plot of ground where Boy makes his living. Meanwhile, the parish priest, Father Fabian, far from his home in the Niger Delta, lends his assistance to Boy's all but motherless daughter, only to be met with suspicion and hostility from the insular community. When a powerful hurricane threatens to turn an already dire situation into a total cataclysm, this sharp-edged cast of characters collides in a thunderclap of resentment and violence. Throughout all this, Soileau unfolds a sweeping tapestry of loss, resilience, and the fragile miracle of hope. Should the Waters Take Us reaches across 400 years of history to illuminate the many epics and peoples of this storied place. Soileau has crafted an emotionally explosive family saga, as well as a masterful literary cri de coeur about the ways in which moral compromise can eat away at the very fabric of the places we call home. The Solo Honeymoon, a brief, beautiful true love story. By Laura Murphy. Print length, 253 pages. Publication date, July 14th, 2026. When Laura and Devon sat down to plan their honeymoon, Castellina in Chianti, Italy, was the obvious destination. For months later, Laura found herself standing in a secret spot at the edge of the village watching the sunset. It would have been perfect if Devon had been there with her. But Laura's fiancé, the love of her life, had died in her arms a month before their wedding. The solo honeymoon follows Laura as she faces her fears and heartbreak by going alone on the honeymoon she had planned with Devon. From screaming from the mountaintops in Ireland to wandering the busy streets of London to dining on the French Riviera and watching the sunset over Castellina, Laura travels across Europe to find solid ground. Along the way, readers learn her unique love story and come to know Devon and what made their relationship so special. The result is a beautiful exploration of what it means to choose life in the face of unimaginable pain. The solo honeymoon shines a light on the joy of love, the depths of grief, and all the beauty there is in the world. Man Overboard, a Novel, by Kathleen Rooney. Print length, 208 pages. Publication date, July 7, 2026. Patrick Kilpatrick hates the ocean. Has always been terrified of it. And now he's in a real pickle. Drifting alone in the sea after falling or jumping. He can't remember, as the all-inclusive drinks on the cruise he was taking with his extended family were, well, inclusive. Kick must survive. Breath by breath, hour by hour in the lonely sea. As the waves crash over him, so too do the thoughts and memories of just how he got there. A Thanksgiving cruise with an obnoxious brother-in-law he has to bite his tongue to keep from screaming at. A father who gives the great Santini a run for his money. And a mother who already left the family boat, so to speak, a long time ago. His family may be complicated, and the pains of life may seem unbearable, infuriating enough to leap from the deck, but maybe the will to survive is stronger. Man Overboard is an inventive, slyly hilarious, and inspiring novel about what it means to be alive and stay alive, and what keeps us going no matter how choppy the waves of our journey become. Hold on for dear life.